This week at the House of Mario, I've been drag X driving and I've been having a bloody good time. So if you want to hear all about that, come on in. G'day everybody and welcome to the House of Mario, the South Australian Nintendo podcast that is backed by a 120 Power Star rating. I'm your host, Drew Agnew, and the doors to episode 325 are open. This week on the show, we're also going to be talking about the indie world that happened a couple of days ago, as well as some other games that are going to be available to play at Gamescom. Hopefully we'll see some Metroid Prime 4 information, maybe, but doubtful. They'll probably just play the same demo that Josh and I played. But of course, to talk all about that is my wonderful co-host, one of my best mates, it's Josh, or JT if you like. Joshua, how are you going today?
Hello, Drew. Hello, everyone listening. Doing pretty well, thank you. Had a pretty fun weekend. I've had a busy day and keen to chat games. Hear your Dragon Drive thoughts because you're very hot on it, and I think you need to convince some more people to get hot on it, Drew, because doesn't seem to be too many people out there thinking that the same.
No, I've seen quite the opposite. There was a few YouTube videos. People I think it was I forgot the name of the channel. So it was I forgot the name of the channel. He's got like
RGT.
Yeah, I forgot the last letter in his channel name, but yeah, I haven't watched his video, but there was a video basically saying like, Nintendo, what the hell is this type of thing, and I've got thoughts on that.
Yeah.
I've got thoughts on that, just from obviously not watching the video or anything, but a lot of people do have that thought, and I understand why, but I had a really great time regardless, but yeah, I'm looking forward to getting into that. But before we get into things, Josh, we've got to punish you. You lost last week, the house brawl, and we've got to punish you. And I came into the show, I organised other things we're going to talk about. I'm like, wait a minute, I forgot Josh's punishment. Oh no, we can't let him get away scot-free with this. So this week, Josh, what's happening is we are playing some Super Smash Brothers music underneath. And I like these ad-lib sort of experiments with you. I like to put you on the spot just to see how you go. And, you've recently been getting into a bit of wrestling, so I thought I'd make you come in, do a wrestling intro and look, usually when it's a Nintendo character, I want you to be Mario or Waluigi or, one of these characters with a lot of personality, a lot of great accents to do, with all of that. I could also just be really, really mean and make you do it as Link. How would you do that? I'm not going to make you do Link, but how would you do Link? Like a silent protagonist just coming in, just like...
It'd be grunting. What? And just doing sword actions or something like that.
What about
something like that?
What about another character? So I'm thinking like a character that doesn't talk, but makes a lot of noises as well. How good at doing like Yoshi sounds are you?
Not as good.
Oh, that's pretty good.
Not as good. Oh, okay.
Not too bad. All right, we'll stick to a character that can speak then. Who would you feel more comfortable with out of the Mario roster? So we'll do a Mario character. So it could be Mario, Luigi, Peach, Waluigi, Wario, Daisy. Could be anyone from the Mario universe. Who are you going to go with?
I've done Wario and Waluigi recently. Give me Luigi.
Luigi, all right. So you're coming in to the arena. There's thousands of screaming fans just wanting to see what Luigi can do in the ring. And yeah, it's up to you, mate. So good luck. And just to everybody listening to this is ad-lib. Josh knew maybe a minute ago what was going to happen. So wish him luck. And hopefully he entertains us. Come on, Josh. We need to get entertained here. So let's roll into it.
I'm thinking of things. All right.
3, 2, 1. You're on, mate.
From the Mushroom Kingdom, he steps out away from his brother Mario. He's going to take the spotlight and claim it for his own. It is the guy in the blue overalls, the green hat, the meanest guy who can think you're He thinks you're easy, but you're not. He's gonna pummel the shit out of you. It's Luigi. That's right. It's Luigi. I'm gonna win. I think. I'm not sure. I don't know. I don't know this wrestling thing. I'm gonna make some pizza for you, and I'm gonna throw it in your face, and then gonna keep doing the over-the-top impersonations of you as an Italian. I'm gonna get you. I'm gonna be a little banana. I'm gonna go back and forth and hit you over the face until you go out of the ring. It's a Luigi. I'm gonna win.
And the opposing side, here comes Waluigi. Waluigi time. Would you watch that match, anybody? Please let us know. If you would sit down and...
Nintendo Wrestling, let's do it, eh?
Yeah, pay-per-view. I don't know. Would you spend the $40 or whatever it costs to watch one of them? Two
yes.
starched men.
Yes, yep. I'm such a suckler for Nintendo that I would. Hand on heart, I would.
Yeah. Oh, beautiful. There you go. So maybe on the My Nintendo app or Nintendo Weekly or Nintendo Daily. I keep forgetting the name of the app. But the app...
Nintendo Today, yes.
Today, I did every version of the week apart from just today.
Correct.
You can maybe they'll do some wrestling on that. Who knows? But until then, that's all you get. You get what you got from Josh.
You get me squirming for 30 seconds, thinking of things on the spot. That was okay. I'm so happy with that.
Yeah, I like you did the announcer. I really should have done that for you. But that's for next time. If we ever do it again, I'll be the announcer. I should have done that for you.
All right. Sounds good.
But it also lets you fill in a bit more time doing the announcer yourself too. So
you did. Yeah. Then I just went into stereotypical Italian Luigi and just coasted all the way home after that.
Well, that's good. That's good. All right. Before we get into my Drag Extra thoughts, I just want to do some housekeeping first. Of course, you can check out The House of Mario on all your podcast services, and you can check it live at youtube.com/iDruby, typically 8:30 Australian Central Standard Time. Josh and I go live with the show, and you can be a part of the chat, much like Dolphin Pants is, who was in the video chat before I was even here. He beat me. So well done, Dolphin Pants.
That's impossible.
And every time he jumps in, I always appreciate it. He's always here. I really do appreciate it. So thank you very much, Dolphin Pants. And yeah, but you can check out the VOD afterwards as well if you don't catch it live. For anybody else across the world who, time zones don't line up, trust me, I know well. I don't catch a lot of my friends' live streams because of that reason. So you can check out the VOD over at youtube.com/iDruby and check out the podcast as well over on the podcast services. But Josh, you have a Nintendo podcast as well called Nintendo. Almost went the old one, Josh.
Hey,
Nintendo Maniacs,
careful.
Where you get some goddamn maniacs that love Nintendo. You talk to them on a fortnightly basis. But you just released an episode today as of recording. So what's that all about, mate? Who'd you have on and what'd you talk about?
Yeah, so I've had Kieran from Hopk Gaming join me for the latest episode. We had a really good chat about his content creation journey. He's a graphic designer, so he's got a really fun Instagram account. So would really recommend you check him out and a YouTube channel as well. But he helped me navigate the mess that is the Super Mario Party Jamboree for Nintendo Switch 2 plus Jamboree TV DLC. Talked all about that, and then all the third-party showcases we've had for Nintendo Switch 2, the partner showcase and the Indie World. So yeah, join us for that if you're interested. Good chat, and yeah, it was really great having him on.
Beautiful. So everyone, go and check it out. You can check it out at Nintendo Maniacs on YouTube, and of course podcast services as well. So go and check out those that show. But Josh, the other day we sat down to play Drag X Drive on Friday. We looked at the times, and Vooks told us Friday, but Vooks was wrong. So Daniel Vuk, who runs Vooks, we are very grumpy with you and your staff, and we will be we'll be crossing our arms if we ever come across you in person. That is a joke, of course. Vooks is a great website, but yes, we were stood up a little bit because we sat down, had the game chat ready, and we went into the app, and it wasn't launching. But it was the day afterwards. But you were busy that night, so you didn't get a chance to play, unfortunately. I sat down. I did almost a 3-hour live stream playing the game. I had a lot of fun, but Josh, since you hadn't played the game, I was just wondering, what is your sort of thoughts going into the game? Because the game comes out this Thursday, which is pretty cool. How we can get access to the game not long after, I guess, trying the demo or the test that Nintendo did. But what's your hype level for it? What's your thoughts on getting into it and I guess what do you want to know sort of going forward for like, your purchase of the game and what you expect out of it?
Yeah. So yeah. First and foremost, all good with the Friday thing. A little sad that it wasn't that time. I was pretty keen to try it out, and the error is all good. It happens, and Vox were good about it after I let them know in the chat, so they were appreciative of us letting them know. But yeah, you say I didn't play it. I mean, I got the chance to play it in Melbourne at least for the Switch 2
That's true.
experience,
Yeah.
and that was good because it kind of got we got to take our time really and sort of enjoy it that way and sort of learn the basics. We went through the tutorial and built our way up from there. So I'm not feeling too bad for missing it overall. So I'm going to save it now, obviously, for Thursday because I have no choice otherwise. The playtest is all done. Yeah, I want this to do well. I just I can hear the sort of, people talking when they do talk about this game. It's very subtle, not very excited, and I think there's a bit of that going around. And so I don't know if this is going to be like a huge kind of game when it launches. Well, I'm pretty sure it's not going to be. It's I think it's going to be one of those games that's going to be really great to once you master it. There's a real like skill set here to learn how to play this game really well. And from the 20 minutes or so that I got to play at the Switch 2 experience, I can definitely see that with the different mechanics, the mouse controls, using them fully. Heard a few people talk about they'd love the button controls to be possible, but, I think this very much is, a great way to showcase those mouse controls and get that happening. So, yeah, I want the game to pleasantly surprise people. So I hope it does that. I'm cautiously pessimistic about thinking that's going to happen though. And so I think for one, this is like, it's going to be a bit of a tiring experience. How were your arms, Drew, after 3 hours of playing that game? Were you a little like knackered after that session?
Oh, it felt like I'd done something. Like I had the heater going and I had my jumper on because it was at nighttime. And after like a couple of matches, I got up, turned the heater off, got my jumper off because I was definitely sweating. But yeah, it wasn't too bad. Like, it feels like I was moving my arms around. And there are some parts where like, you're trying to get from the defense to the attack and you're just going for it. And, you're going, you're using a fair bit of cardio, I guess, as much as you can for sitting at your computer desk. So yeah, no, it definitely like gave you, like it sort of got the blood pumping, but it wasn't like, oh man, an hour in, I've got to put the Joy-Cons down. There were some people in my chat who were saying like, hey, I'm on a break at the moment because I'm a bit puffed out. And so yeah, I feel like people are definitely going to, get puffed out from the game. But I don't know. I sort of think about it compared to like a day sharing or, like an hour at the gym or something. It's like, it's not like that. Like there's definitely aspects of my life that are more tiring. I got to look after like 2 kids all day. I got to pick them up and all that. Like it's playing Drag X Drive isn't really on my list of things that puff me out. This is what I do when I sit down and have fun. Like maybe after a day of shearing, like later in the year when shearing season's on, I won't be playing Drag X Drive because it would be very much just like I'm very sore and tired after a full day's work. So I won't be playing it then. But honestly, it's what makes it fun. Just I think what's really special about this game is just there's nothing else that is like it. Like you can't have a game like this.
It's unique.
Yeah, it's like super unique. You can't have a game like it on PlayStation, Xbox, on PC. Maybe like no developer's gonna rely on you having 2 mice and trying to have 2 Bluetooth mice or 2 wired mice hooked up to your PC. And it doesn't have motion controls anyway, so you won't be able to have the basketball shots and the different sort of bunny hops and things you can do in this game. So this is truly something only you can play on Switch and Switch 2. So I think that's what makes it special because a lot of people, I feel like, look at these motion-controlled games and they think, oh, the shovelware from the Wii and, all of the stuff from Kinect and, just there were a lot of games, 15 years ago, 10 years ago, who were just using these gimmicks for gimmick's sake. They're trying to get the casual gamer, and a lot of people were sort of burnt from that, and rightfully so in some ways. But I feel like these days, Nintendo utilizing a completely unique control scheme is really appealing to me. I feel like I'm really interested in them doing this sort of more often, whether it's like just in a WarioWare game or if they do like a Switch Sports 2 or something. Like, I love this. I love this motion controlled based gaming. Not in everything. I don't want it in, Tears of the Kingdom. I don't want it in Donkey Kong Bonanza necessarily out of gyro aiming, but I love it when Nintendo is doing this really wacky stuff. Drag X Drive, it really is that, because it's just so much fun to be like, in that chair, just racing around. And there's a lot of sort of learning you need to do it in it as well. Like, it doesn't come that naturally. Like, you go in it and you're trying to turn and you go too far, you don't go far enough. Or somebody's got the ball, they're coming towards you and they just like do a little swerve out the way, but you can't react quick enough. It really does make like a really fun experience. So that's my sort of thoughts out the way. And when I see like these videos on YouTube or other people talk about it, it does disappoint me. Just like, man, just give it a go. At least give it a go. Like, hopefully there's a demo or something that's ongoing that people can just try, because if you just dismiss it because you can't just sit there with your Pro Controller, I think you are missing out on a pretty fun game, just from the motion control side of things. So, yeah, that's how I feel about just the motion controls. Mind you, like, if you don't have like a computer desk with a Switch dock set up, it's gonna be hard to play. Like, I haven't tried playing this just on the couch, and I probably won't. Like, I couldn't imagine this being good to play on your legs. I think maybe just like doing a few things, like going forward. But when it comes to maybe like turning and all of that, just like on your bare legs or whatever, it's not the best. So you've definitely got to maybe adapt your play setting to play this game, which isn't everybody's cup of tea. But look, I'm set up for the podcast and all of that, so I've already got my Switch dock at my PC, so it's not too bad. I'm already set up for it. But yeah, definitely, if somebody's experience was just in front of their TV, how they usually play their Switch, and they're just on their legs, yeah, I can definitely see like, man, what am I doing here? But yeah, there's a lot of sort of conversations we can have about this game. You can have like, whether you don't like the motion controls, the fact that it's a $30 game, it's not a free-to-play game, so there's a big conversation to have how it's going to fit in just in the multiplayer landscape, even just on Switch. Like, if you want to play with your friends, you can be like, hey, download Fortnite, download Apex Legends. Like, there's a couple of options already available on Switch too. So it's a little bit harder to be like, hey, play this really different game where you're playing wheelchair basketball. And it's a little bit harder to get maybe two other friends to sign up to that. Because like, I know, like, I guess I'm pretty lucky in some respects, so I know I'll have you to at least play with. But do you feel like very confident we're going to be able to get that regular third person to join our team? I know you can do 2-on-2, but like, do you know anyone else necessarily who you can be like, hey, like, you're excited for it? Like, I personally don't have anyone else apart from you. Maybe like people in the Discord, obviously, like in our like communities, but in real life, like, no.
There's a couple of people in the Discord, so we might be able to get 3, I reckon, Drew. Andrew or Sumo, he's been on my show in the past. He's keen, so we might be able to get 3 of us at least, Drew, and team up. So I think that'd be good. I had a question about the sort of accessibility of the game, and like, because it's wheelchair basketball, and really cool that, you know, Nintendo's making a game based on that sport, and, you know, like, perfect way to utilize and show off the new mouse controls. Heard a bit of conversation about people about whether Nintendo's afraid to call it wheelchair basketball, because I don't know if have you noticed it? Because I've seen it in Nintendo's PR emails that we get sent. I've seen wheelchair basketball referenced, but in official marketing to consumers, I haven't seen it yet. What have you seen?
Yeah, I've had him like sort of tiptoe around the term wheelchair for whatever reason. Like, it's a chair on wheels. So even if it was for able-bodied people and it wasn't like a tool for handicapped people, there's still no reason to sort of get away from that term. It is strange. Like, Like, yeah, I don't know what they're thinking necessarily, but
Just lean into it. People know what it is. Like I just
yeah, of course.
don't hide away from it. So, yeah, I and I think it's cool. Like the concept's great. I want it to do well. People know what it is. It's not like you're not saying it's not going to be like you're not going to fool people. People know it's wheelchair basketball, and that's a really cool thing. So I think they should just embrace it a bit more.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, like there's no reason not to. I don't know. Like I know, like we're in a time where I guess political correctness, could be taken to either level of extreme. Especially with how things are going in the States. So some people are extra sensitive and some people are extra not sensitive. So I don't know if that's anything related to it. Like Nintendo just wants to be for everybody. They don't want to upset anybody. And this could potentially be something that might upset someone. I don't know. But yeah, they should definitely lean into it. Because yeah, if that was a part of my life every day and you see a game that's revolved around that as a major mechanic, I would imagine that would be a pretty enlightening and like think something that made me quite happy, to be honest with you. But other people sort of recognize it like as a thing. So yeah, I don't know, but as a game mechanic, it works really well, and I feel like it's something that it works just great with the Joy-Cons. But I think just like the game itself, just from what I was able to experience in the test or the demo or whatever you want to call it. That was interesting as well. So it throws you into like a tutorial. You need to learn how to use the controls. They're very unique. So I was actually paying attention to some of it. And it also gives you you can access this at any time during the play session, but you can access a bunch of lists of tricks and tips and things like that. It teaches you how to bunny hop and do a backflip off a ramp and all of this type of thing. So if I had a bit more time, I might have sort of gone through that a little bit more, but I just sort of just experimented a little bit while I was playing. Like I figured out how to do the bunny hop just by myself, and wheels, like the one wheel stands and all of that type of thing. So like the more tricks I think you're able to learn, the more time you can spend with it. I reckon it'll be so much fun, just like utilizing them all and interacting or using them in your actual matches. Like I figured out when I was just in between matches, what it does is like you're able just to freely explore the courts. And it's got a really interesting vibe. It reminds me of I played basketball when I was like a little kid. So and in between matches, like it'll be at a court, there'll be 3 courts. You go in between different courts as you're playing different teams. And it gave me the vibes of that. Like you're playing a game online, you set up with the 5 other people, you play the game. And then while it's looking for another game, you're able just to go around. There's bowling pins and stuff you can just muck around and interact with. Or you could literally just roll up on the sidelines and just watch a match. Like it's just happening as you're just rolling around. Like the matches that are already in play, so you can just watch them. Like it's not a spectator mode where you can swap between different players and focus on you're watching Mario Kart. It is very much just your third person character is just get at a good angle and you just watch them. So it gave me kind of interesting vibes about what it's actually like at a basketball stadium. And I love that type of thing, in games where it gives you a sense of presence in an actual area. And it's something that maybe for example, ARMS, that was missing because it had a great matchmaking where it was just your icon and it went against another one and you go into a match and it was very good. But it's like Splatoon, for example. I think that's got a great sense of place because actually it's got a bunch of lore, but it also lets you explore the city, talk to characters and all of this. And I'm not going to maybe put it on the same level as Splatoon, but Drag X Drive, it's definitely it felt like you were at Friday Night Basketball, which I thought was really cool. It's just a nice little touch, just how it works. But it has a menu as well where you can find a game straight away for you, or you can do an option where it says that, what was it? You only play a game if you have to. So maybe if there's no one else and you need that second player or something to make a match, it'll pull you in then. So that might be if you just want to chill out and do some mini games and all of that. That might be an option if you just want to sort of hang out and talk with friends and game chat, for example. And you just got to play when you're basically pulled in. It's like it's like the
Okay.
lazy kid at Friday Night Basketball. It's like, I don't really want to play. I'm just here for the chips and lollies, and Mum's made me come here.
The vibes of it all.
Yeah. I didn't get to play any mini games. It looks like there were options to play mini games in between matches. I don't know if you could select that during that test, but I also didn't want to. I just wanted to play the actual matches. That's what I was there to do. I didn't want to do like in the actual overall trailer, it showed you like you could do races, you could do like, run through 10 pins and do like 10 pin bowling and things like that. It looks like there was some options there. I don't know how many different varieties of mini games there are, but I like that idea because like if you do just want to hang out and you don't want like the stress of an actual match, I think that's a really good idea. So that sort of plays into the more playground aspect of just being at the basketball court. So yeah, I liked it, but the actual matches themselves, usually like depending on how many people you're able to pull into the game, you've got like 2-on-2 or 3-on-3. And they definitely had different vibes about them because obviously with the 2 extra people on the court, a lot more going on, a lot less space to sort of work with. And I found myself liking both because, it just gives you different opportunities to do different things. But a lot of the time when like it was 2-on-2, quite often like your opponents, they don't get back into the fence quick enough because like you get a goal, you're not automatically teleported back across the line or something like that. It's not like Mario Strikers or something where it is very much, you got a goal, cool, start at the middle line again, kick off. It is very much, all right, get back because the opponent's going to like get the ball and it's their time to attack. So a lot of the time, like they're like sort of meandering their way back and like, oh, you get the ball. You're just like, just like going flat out, have a shot. You either get it in or you don't. But that was a lot of fun. So I like how sort of much agency you have over your own player. Like there's no moving it for you. It is very much just like you getting back. Like it just feels like playing basketball, honestly. Like you've got to get back yourself. I don't know if NBA 2K or anything do that. I got no idea. I don't know if you just teleport back or you readjust by itself. Probably not. I guess that's how basketball works as opposed to soccer or football or something like that. You don't start from the center again afterwards. But yeah, I really liked that aspect of it as well. But like later on,
did it let you customize at all? Like customize your character and builds, anything like that? Because I know they talked about in the reveal or the overview trailer as well.
I think it might have. I did notice there were some, like later in the night, I was like, oh, he's got red tires. That looks pretty cool. And I was noticing some other like different colors and things. I honestly didn't give it a go because, look, I had a limited amount of time. I wanted to actually play the game and it wasn't going to transfer over anyway. So I didn't really care about that. But yeah, I did notice some other people had like some pretty cool looking tires and all of that. But I think the only customization I did is that you could basically select what position you play. I don't know how that affects things, but it was just like you look different and you got like different shaped wheelchairs. I don't know if that's stats or anything like that or like more stability. Like if you're a defender, I don't know if you select that, it's like it's more bulky and it can defend better. I assume not. I assume it's just to let other people like know like, hey, I like to play defense more often, so this is where I'm going to be. Like if you're playing online with no voice chat, I assume, but that's the only customization I did. It was just like the very like basic stuff at the start. But yeah, there was some other great moments too, like sort of learning to pass the ball more often. So you do left and right bumper on the Joy-Cons, passes the ball. And for the most part, it's just like an automatic like lock on and snap to like where you're basically looking at. Yep. So like if I'm going forward and like, I can't have a shot, like just do the bumpers. Hopefully someone's there and you better pass to them. And another big sort of learning experience for me was when you're facing like your back towards the player or the ball, I'm like, man, I can't see anything and I can't do anything. I don't know what's going on. I sort of like clicking around on the Joy-Cons and I found out that pressing and holding B basically Z targets the ball, much like in Rocket League when you can like just lock onto the ball. So like if I'm facing backwards, I hold Y and I look behind me, and that helped me so much. I'm like, all right, I've got to get back to my like defense position, so I can't see anything. But then I like hold in Y, see I've got a bit of time. I can spin my wheelchair around, lock in the brakes with ZL, ZR, and sort of readjust myself. So that definitely helped me a lot, especially with like taking shots. And if I go too far, I can look behind me, see that somebody's actually there to receive the ball. So yeah, that was a big life changer for me in terms of playing the game. I feel like the motion controls too, they work great. Like playing here, I was streaming, so I have this boom arm for my microphone coming out, and the arm I want to shoot with is my right. So I'm sort of like trying to get around my microphone arm to have a shot, which wasn't great, but a lot of people won't be streaming or podcasting with a boom arm coming to their mouth playing it. But yeah, something like that to sort of play with a little bit. But yeah, I'm looking forward to playing this game a lot more. There's so many more tricks. Like there was somebody, I passed the ball to them and they just started spinning it on their finger. Like, I'm like, that is really impressive, but for the rest of the game, they sucked. Like, they couldn't shoot, they couldn't move, they couldn't do anything, but they could spin the ball on their finger. I couldn't believe it. Like, I threw it to him. He's like under the goal, and he just started spinning it. Then he just got tackled and taken out, and I'm like the one defender down my side. I'm like, oh shit.
Yeah, it's gonna be one of those games where like one person's out, and like 3v3, you're done, aren't you? It's like, yeah, it's so hard to win a game from that point of view. And it's similar to Splatoon. If you've got one person who's really out of it, like it's really hard to win a game from that point on. But this is harder when it's only 3.
Yeah, there were some moments like that. But a really cool moment towards the end of when I was streaming was like, I did something, like I got around a player. I saw like my teammate, it was only 2-on-2. So I saw my teammate was like at a great spot. So I like threw it down the court. He threw it, got a 3-pointer. I'm like, dude, well done. So I'm pretty much just in front of our goal square or goal circle. I don't know what they call it in basketball. I'm a soccer player. I don't know. But he like just casually wheeled up to me, put out his hand, and without even thinking about it, I just went, yeah, man. I just like gave him a high five, got like haptic feedback or something in the Joy-Con. I went, like, I'm like, that was just such a natural experience we just did together. We're just like, he just like wheeled over casually and just gave me a high five. Like that was sick after a really good play. So the way you're able to interact in this game is actually kind of really cool. Like you're physically able to like give them high fives, and when like when you're in a good spot, for example, and you want the ball, like you're just like waving, like you're just waving your Joy-Cons. Hey, I'm all right. And like, I don't know, there's just something that's so physical about it, and it feels good to do. Everything from moving the wheelchair to taking the shots, asking for the ball pass, and doing the bunny hops as well. Like you put on the brakes, then like you do like you lift up your left, then you lift up your right, and you let go like in order, and you do a bunny hop, and then that allows you to get a little bit more air, so you can have a bit more of a further shot if you want going for like a serious 3-pointer or something like that. So yeah, it all just feels good to do. So I don't know, if you're so anti motion controls, you know, you're not going to like this game. And for people that are asking for like a controller based input of this, like it's just, I personally wouldn't want that, because like I understand ARMS had like a great controller mode and all that, but it's kind of like playing Wii Sports with a with a controller. It's like, really? Like, I guess you can sit there and just play tennis, like you just press the A button and your character moves for you and all that, but it's really not what this game's designed for. It is designed to actually, you know, just embrace the controls and everything about it. So
yeah,
don't know, I loved it. I got to be honest. I really did enjoy it. I can't wait to play more.
That's great.
How it will fit into my life? Am I going to play it forever? I don't know. Probably not. I saw some comments in the Homestead Discord. People saying like, "Oh, look, I'll probably just play it for a week or two." And honestly, is that not fun to just enjoy a game like this? Like, it doesn't have like all the meat on its bone. It doesn't have like a battle pass. Like, it doesn't have a, you know, an update trajectory for like the next 2 years to keep you engaged and everything like that. It's like it's a $30 or a $20 US game. It's got like, you know, the features just to sort of hang out, and it's got the features to just play multiplayer with your friends, integrated with game chat, which is a big thing for Switch 2. And it's a completely unique game that honestly you can't get anywhere else. But that's what's really frustrated me on the PlayStation side of things. Like, I was really looking forward to The Last of Us multiplayer, and that got shut down because Bungie basically came in and said, hey, look, how are you going to monetize this? How are you going to keep it going? How are you going to do all this? And when I sort of heard that, I was like, I don't want The Last of Us multiplayer to be like an aspect of my life that I've got to log into and get, I've got to update to just get my currency. I don't want to do my dailies. I just want to play the game, enjoy it, and bounce out. So I feel really great that Nintendo has made a game that isn't revolved around battle passes. It isn't revolved around like expensive cosmetics. They just made a fun game. They're charging a relatively cheap price. Like, it's not the cheapest game, but it's certainly not the most expensive game, especially on the tier of Nintendo Switch first-party releases. $30 is not $120. It's not $80. It's not even $50 like a lot of Switch One games were. I feel like it's a pretty appropriately priced game. But of course, I haven't played the full game. Maybe I'll change my thoughts. Maybe it'll wear really thin, even for me, after a couple of weeks. But I just want to say that people who are like, oh, look, I'm only going to play it for this amount of time. Isn't that fine? Like, isn't that okay? Just to have a video game that's fun, and it doesn't have to be Destiny 2 with raids every quarter and all of this. It's just a fun multiplayer game that's it's fun to jump into, and maybe you'll jump into it maybe once a year, but it's just something that's a part of your rotation. It's like with Mario Party and Smash Brothers and Mario Kart and a few other multiplayer games that you want to jump into on the Nintendo side of things. But yeah, I don't know. I feel really good about it. I don't know.
That's great.
I don't know how other people are going to find it necessarily. And like, it's a very competitive space, the purely online multiplayer section. It's very different. I feel like a lot of people just want to play Call of Duty, play Fortnite, play this, play that. And this will be ultimately probably overlooked. And I guess it doesn't really help that it doesn't have that Nintendo charm necessarily, even like what ARMS has. But I feel like they're like ARMS, they had their own characters with their own names and everything, but Drag X Drive, I feel like they just want it to be like an avatar. And I guess that works. But yeah, it doesn't have like that character charm, that IP charm that Nintendo usually brings to things. It could be anyone that's made like the aesthetics of this game. Honestly, it could be anyone. But
Could be a third party kind of thing that Nintendo just let them make on their behalf. ARMS was really fun, and the sort of the characters in the world they created made that, like, for me, like, I put in way more hours than I thought I would with that game. So yeah, I definitely don't think I'm going to get the same with this, but it's been priced accordingly, and definitely if you have a few fun hours of playtime with this, then I think the $30 price tag's definitely warranted and well worth it. So you got me, Drew, Sumo, and then obviously Dolphin Pants in the chat as well. He's played it and tested it out as well. So I think a few of us can get some games going, and it'll be a really good time.
Yeah. And Dolphin Pants says, like, he does mention just here, and I was thinking about it as I was saying it, talking about Splatoon. He says, yeah, but Splatoon also has avatarish characters, and it has the most charm. Absolutely. No, you're 100% right. Like, the Inklings are designed to be just like avatars. And this game certainly does not have that. And I feel like it's a lot of the reason why a lot of Nintendo fans are overlooking it, to be honest with you. Like, it just doesn't have really a Nintendo appeal as far as the aesthetics, like, at all. But yeah, I do hope there's a demo, like an ongoing demo. People can try, because I feel like if you are a Nintendo fan who's open-minded and enjoyed the Wii and, just is open to like just the mechanics of control that Nintendo implement in their games, you're going to enjoy it. Even if like it might not be worth $30 for you, because you might not be playing online that often or whatever have you. But yeah, definitely stay open to it. That's all I say. But anything else, Josh, you'd like to say about it before we jump into, I guess, the Indie World Direct?
Yeah, very keen to see the reception from people, and I hope it pleasantly surprises. Yeah, I'm keen to play it a bit more. Got a good setup here with the desk, and I'll have some great games with you. And Won't be this Thursday. I'm out, but Friday onwards we can get something lined up and we'll go from there.
100%. Yeah, Friday or on the weekend, whenever I'm really excited to jump into it again. I'll probably stream it again. Honestly, like I've got to play it at my desk, and like I might as well just hit the go live button and play, I guess. So
there you go.
I might stream it on the weekend too. But yeah, really enjoyed it. I actually can't wait for it. I haven't heard anyone else say that, but here I am.
You're the only one I know.
All right, Josh, let's jump into the Indie World section. We're not going to go through all the games. It's a 15-minute video, so definitely go and check it out if you haven't already, but I'm sure a lot of people would have already saw it, Josh. But was there anything that took your fancy as far as like something you're interested in, add to the wish list maybe when it's on sale, or maybe you've already picked up something? For me, there wasn't like a whole lot I was that excited about, but there were a couple of things that I do want to get to eventually. Like I saw this game early in the year. I can't remember where I saw it. It might have been at like a Wholesome Direct or something like that. But like a game called Is This Seat Taken? I really like the look of that game, and really kind of
look good.
Yeah, kind of like a snipper clips sort of art style to it, and I liked the whole premise of that game. I'll go to the eShop here, just get the description. The description is like window seat or aisle, booth or table, lone wolf or life of the party. In this seat is taken. Your mission is to organize groups of people according to their preferences. It's a cozy, no pressure logic puzzle where you're in charge of who sits where. Yeah, I like the look of that. It's $15 on the eShop, so I thought looks pretty good. It's on sale at the moment. I think it was like an introductory sale. But yeah, I've just got so much on my gaming plate, so I don't need it straight away. That came out the day that this direct aired. Another game as well, Neverway. This looks pretty interesting, sort of like a gothic. How do they describe it? I liked the look of that too, but it also didn't really grab my attention like heaps as well. Let me go to it on Steam, get the description here. Neverway is a blend of horror, life sim, and action RPG. After Fiona quits her job, she starts on a farm and becomes the mortal herald of a dead god. Keep your life from falling apart while searching for Neverway, a nightmare reality that is slowly leaking into yours. So yeah, I like the look of it. It looked pretty interesting. That comes at 2026.
In this.
But yeah, I might add that to the wish list. And last but not least, what else we have here? There was like Tiny Bookshop. I had this on my Steam wish list from early in the year. It was at another sort of a direct. I think it might have been the Wholesome Direct as well. That looks pretty interesting. Yep. Just kind of cozy, just setting up your little library, which I like the vibes of. UFO 50 got shadow dropped on Switch and Switch 2, which is good. It's sort of like basically like a compilation of games from like I said, a fantasy console. So you can go through and play like 50 games from this fantasy console, and you can see the evolution of like the console's life from like the very first game. You know, it's pretty basic, and much like the NES, like for example Mario 1 to Mario 3, it changes drastically. So like if you go throughout the years of this like fantasy console, it just becomes more elaborate and, you know, more high tech as it goes on. I think that's a really cool idea. So yeah, definitely at home on Switch. But yeah, I think those were the games that caught my eye. Men of the Hollower also got like a demo that you could play from the developers of Shovel Knight. So that's a game I'm interested in. I was only looking at it the other day. I was on the Game Informer like release schedule, and I noticed that it didn't have like a console release date. It had like a release date just for PC. I'm like, surely that's coming the Switch. And yes, it is. So yeah, October 31st. But yeah, that's definitely one I'm interested in. Just sort of like a top-down Zelda-like game from those guys. It's very exciting. So, anything else? Yeah. Anything else, Josh, that caught your eye, or anything that I also brought up?
Yeah. I really liked Little Kitty Big City when I played it with Michaela last year. So that's getting a free content update later this year. So new like areas. I think there's like new customization items as well. So that game felt a little small when we went through it, so we're kind of wanting more. So this is like perfect, like a great excuse for us to get back into it and enjoy that game again, because that was a really fun few hours just exploring that city, doing all the things that Kitty does, and getting into some mischief. Yeah, Mina the Hollower was the other big one. And it's got that Zelda classic, Game Boy style look to it. 120 frames per second is pretty impressive. I know it's the type of game that can probably make it more easily than others, but that was a really strong start from Yacht Club Games for the actual indie presentation. The creators of Shovel Knight as well, so it's going to be pretty quality titled there. Mickey was also she was also interested in, is this seat taken, and I think the fact that you can sort of take your own time and not have to rush the puzzles and the different settings with the characters makes for a bitty cozy kind of experience. I got confused at one stage. I thought Well Dweller was a reimagined Hollow Knight, Drew. I thought some of the mechanics and the look of it, it looks pseudo like Hollow Knight, but if they've taken a massive art redirection. So there was 10 seconds where I was a little like, is this Hollow Knight? I'm like, no, it can't be, and it wasn't.
No.
But that was a little bit of a scare for me. Kind of thing, yeah. But that was the main thing. I think Glacier looked a little bit different and interesting. I don't know if I'd ever play it, but yeah, that was interesting. And then content warning, that felt like Among Us, kind of but with exploration, with the video crew trying to get the viral content. I thought that was a cool premise as well. So
yeah, that was an interesting one.
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry, that was just an interesting one to come over because that was pretty big on Steam, maybe late last year, I think.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah. So that's cool. That's really great to have it finally, on a Nintendo system then. So yeah, it was pretty short and sweet. I just think, and I wasn't expecting Switch 2 games really here. These are all smaller players. And it would make sense that, they wouldn't have the dev kits yet, so they only just got them recently. So, Switch 1 would be where it was at. But, there's stuff coming. And with this, with the partner showcases, was enough to sort of it's, there's still games coming. Don't have to worry too much. But, yeah. You can't please everyone. That's for sure.
No.
Definitely not.
I was just trying to find it too. There was another one that I was actually really piqued my interest. This is probably the one that piqued my interest the most. It's called, Ball X Pit. So Ball X Pit is a brick-breaking, ball-fusing, base-building survival roguelite. Battle hordes of enemies with ricocheting balls and gather the riches of the pit to expand your homestead, generate resources, and recruit unique heroes. So when I saw this, the idea of a brick breaker roguelite, I was very interested in that because brick breakers are a lot of fun, and having a bunch of different weapons and being able to, I guess upgrade and the roguelite elements. That sounds like a lot of fun. Get as far as you can. And the only thing that gives me a little bit of pause is just all the base building and stuff that's put into it. Will that be a little bit too much, put into the one game? I don't know, but I'm pretty keen to give this one a go. It looks like it comes out the 16th of October here in Australia. So at least on Steam, that's what it's displaying anyway. So yeah, I'm keen to give that a go. I can see myself just picking up the Switch and doing a round and then seeing if I get any resources to build out the town and how that sort of makes it easier or better for your runs in the future. I could see myself having a lot of fun with that, just that arcade sort of pick up gameplay. That's kind of what I want roguelikes to be. I want it to be some type of arcade experience rather than a third person action game or something like that. Definitely piques my interest here anyway. Looks like there's a demo on Steam. I don't know about Switch 2. I assume probably not. But yeah, I'll add this one to the wish list. Whatever I'm not signed in. No, I won't then. I'll remember it though.
Next time. Time you're in.
It's got a really memorable, unforgettable name. Ball X Pit. Won't forget that one. Published by Devolver Digital, so I'm sure the marketing team will kick in. I follow them on most things, so I'm sure they won't let me forget. But yeah, that's pretty much everything I cared about.
yeah, just a cool little thing. I'm glad there's some more newish games to talk about. But yeah, we- I'm ready for that proper general Nintendo Direct when that comes out.
Yeah, me too. Will it happen? Will we ever get one again, Josh? Maybe not.
September
September.
for
Yeah,
the 40th. Again, one.
yeah, I think so too. September's
Yeah.
a good bet. All right. So we also got some more details for Kirby and the Forgotten Land plus Star-Crossed Worlds. So we got some details on some 3 new mouth modes. So we got Spring Mouth, we got Gear Mouth, and we got Sign Mouth. So look at that. We got all those mouthful modes. Now I haven't watched the trailer. You can go and watch the trailer. I actually really enjoy not watching trailers. Because the other day I watched Superman and the Fantastic Four, and especially the Fantastic Four, I literally knew I knew absolutely nothing about it. If you told me it was coming out next year, I would have believed you. Like I knew nothing about it, and I watched it. I had a great time. And then watching the trailers afterwards, like some of like the major scenes in there, I'm like, oh, well, I would have kind of known that like this character comes back to Earth, and et cetera, et cetera. Like I was just sort of on the edge of my seat the whole time. I really enjoy the fact that I knew nothing about those movies, and there's like some games that I do that for too. So yeah, I looked at this news story on Vooks. I'm like, and they've got like linked the trailer. I'm like, no, I'm not going to do it. Like,
You know what? No, I'm not doing that.
Like, I'm going to play Kirby, but I'm also not like jumping out of my seat to play it. But like, I want to see these levels for the first time in the game, so I'm quite happy to just play it. But it's good still to know, like, I guess ahead of time, like what content is going to be in it. So there will be some more mouthful modes. And just reading here from Vooks, they say that we also learned more about the starry stages, existing stages in the game that have been struck by meteors, adding new challenges to starry coins to collect. These coins can be used to trade for figures in the Gotcha Machine EX. There's also a new boss rush mode called Ultimate Cup EX, which offers a tougher run through the game's bosses. So yeah, that's what we're getting, I guess, from that trailer. So yeah. How are you feeling about this, Josh? This is one of those games that when it comes out, at the end of the week, end of the month, sorry, the 28th, it's going to be one of those games that, oh my God, that comes out this week. Like I'm not really anticipating it, but Kirby and the Forgotten Land, fantastic game. So an expansion and it, getting its buff up, the Switch 2 specs, pretty good. So looking forward to playing this game at 1440p, 60 FPS. Got to look pretty tasty. That nice little HDR puffball.
Yeah, it'd be great. I think, like this is another cool like Kirby game that I'm glad like a Switch 1 game getting DLC on the Switch 2 pretty early on in the life of the system. I want more like 3D Kirby, so we're getting more of this pretty soon. It's kind of crept up, hasn't it? Because like Dragon Drive, we just had DK Bonanza just the other week, so August is the month of the Switch 1's DLC packs to get to Switch 2 versions, and I think it's a pretty cool excuse to get back into the game. So I'm pretty keen to do that and play some more Kirby.
I just hope it's not like the Mario Party one where like it is sectioned off. Like the Jamboree TV, you seem to get like the increased frame rate and it's mainly like the resolution. That's the big thing for Mario Party, I would argue. But it's in the base game, it doesn't seem like you get any of the Switch 2 benefits, which is
no, you don't.
Really strange. So
it's very strange. Indeed.
I hope like the 1440p like upgrade and all of the HDR and everything is in the base game, because it's kind of like I didn't even think about it. I didn't like with Mario Party. Why wouldn't it just be an upgrade for the game? But it seems like it wasn't. So going forward, I'm going to be a lot more sort of nervous about it, being like, hey, am I going to be playing like Kirby and the Forgotten Land plus Star-Crossed Worlds and like, playing a level, wow, this game is beautiful. Oh, I've got to go and actually 100% the base game, and you jump back into it and it's like a 720 blurry mess. I hope not. I haven't like looked at the finer details of like what it's actually doing, but I guess we'll find out. That'll be a surprise too. Hopefully a nice surprise.
Yeah, I won't say anything.
Next up, we got a brand new patent, and I don't usually bring up patents and stuff, but this is just like an interesting one because I like the idea of different control methods, like I was talking about with Drag X Drive. But there's been a patent for a Joy-Con to crank with a clickable wheel. And for those at home who aren't looking at the picture, because when I heard about this, I was like, sorry, it's a what? It's basically like the Joy-Con strap that, using magnets goes into the side of your Joy-Con. But instead of just being like just a flat bit of plastic, it's got like a fishing rod basically handle, like a crank. But when you turn it, the wheel that is actually picked up by the camera or the infrared sensor on the Joy-Con too. So it's able to see that rotating as it's going forward. And it's got like a clickable wheel too, but I assume that it clicks in with like the SL and SR buttons. So yeah, there's
So weird.
Very weird, but I tell you what, if this comes out with like a fishing game, I would be like, that sounds like fun. Honestly. Like it should, like the idea of it being like a little handle too, like a little plastic handle for your Joy-Con, like there's no technology in it or anything like that. It should be relatively cheap. It's not like the Dreamcast with Sega fishing, or even like the Wii Zapper, like which was a bit more of an elaborate hunk of plastic, I guess, for the Wii. It shouldn't be that expensive. Maybe if it comes with like a fishing mini game or something like that, I'll honestly be all about that. Because I love the idea of fishing in video games and having it like a bit more interactive, maybe with some of that clicky feedback and everything. I don't know. I'll be all about it. I'll be excited to see something like this come out. I like, once a year I am open to embracing weird Nintendo control schemes. Once a year, I don't need it every month.
I don't think, yeah.
I don't need a balance board here and a fishing rod here and a drag and drive there. Oh my God, like I just want to sit down, Nintendo, leave me alone. I get it. But, once a year or so, I'm all about like a fishing rod or a driving a car or, whatever it is. I don't know. Do you have any thoughts on, I guess, whether this is real, like whether it will actually come out? Any ideas for games you would actually like to play using something like this? How do you feel about it?
Well, I don't think we'll ever see it. I think it's just one of those weird ones that they've just patented, and it might just for them, if it eventually turns out to something, then so be it. No, beyond the fishing, I don't know. You could pretend like you're building furniture and it's an Allen key or something in your Joy-Con.
Oh, that sounds fascinating, Josh.
Very fun, very fun.
You're setting up your Razor scooter.
Yeah, correct. I don't know. I really don't know. So, like I would have to be pretty amazed if it ever came out and was something other than just a concept and an idea. So, yeah, cool. And we see these weird ones every now and then, don't we? I think there was some weird dual-screened controller-based thing last year, wasn't there? And I think there's been all sorts of things Nintendo do. So, it just goes to show Nintendo's got a really big and deep R&D department, and they get a lot of free reign to make and experiment with things. And so, those cool things that they do make, they can patent like this and protect it in case anything comes from it.
Yeah. PlayStation just come out with like a little attachment with a little crank on the side of the DualSense, and Nintendo's like, shit, we should have patented it while we could. Yeah. It's one of those things,
honestly,
like a lot of other companies can't. A lot of other companies can't take it, really. Like just something like this, they can't. Maybe like some of these PC manufacturers where it is like they have like a very unique concept that like that they have, like Lenovo Legion Go or something, where it has like Joy-Cons, and it actually has the mouse mode before the Switch 2 was announced. So maybe like some random like PC manufacturer might have like a fishing rod attachment for one of their PCs or something. But apart from that, like, they're pretty safe when it comes to like a lot of their ideas. But yeah, this might be the next big thing. Everybody's going to be buying Switch 2s for their little cranks.
Cranking it. CrankCon.
Here we go. CrankCon, yeah. Or the Joy Crank. It's like, little Josh is coming over to the little Drewy's house. I'm on the phone on the landline talking to you like, hey Josh, don't forget your Joy Crank. Two-player Animal Crossing fishing or whatever we're doing. Yeah.
Get the Lavo out, like integrate it with that. Maybe, I don't know. Yeah, it's possible. It's possible. We can do it.
Yeah. Maybe that's why I like so much of like this like new control scheme, because like It is very much. I like it with just not cardboard. Like a lot of their creativity was like with Labo last generation, and it was like I don't want it made out of cardboard. It's gonna break. It's gonna it's gonna melt. It's gonna disintegrate. It's gonna all these things like so expensive. I don't want to use it. But the idea of like out of plastic, I'll take it. That's for sure. Give me like they were talking about on Nintendo Shack. I was listening to that today, and they were talking about like, what if they do a Zelda fishing game, and if you have like each level, you could do like an Ocarina of Time level where like you're fishing in that game, and like a Twilight Princess level. It's like, I'll do that. I'll be floating around in my little boat as Link, trying to catch, Hylian bass and whatever. I'll be all about that.
You'd be there, yeah, all about that. Yep.
So maybe
100%.
like an Animal Crossing, or like a bit more of a in-depth fishing mechanic, because that's my favorite thing to do in that game is just go fishing. So if I'm just on the beach, little flick of the Joy-Con to send out the rod rather than press the button, and then like you actually got like a wind-in mechanic. I don't know. I would actually have fun with that. So
it's a very Nintendo thing. Yeah, so we can't say it will never happen. There's always a chance.
There's always a chance.
Yeah,
so moving on. This was something that piqued my interest as well as a dad. So Nintendo is to launch a My Nintendo range of products for kids, for young kids, little babies, little baby Josh's, little baby Drew's.
Little babies.
So I looked at this and went, oh, that's quite sweet. Also, as a parent, I probably looked at this and went, this is going to be very overpriced and probably pretty expensive. But yeah, I thought it was pretty interesting. It's going to be launching outside of Japan in 2026. But it included things like, little pop-up books, little wooden figures, which I think actually included amiibo chips. So that was pretty interesting. So for your amiibo collectors, you're going to be looking at some My Nintendo little wooden figures for your shelf. So that's exciting for you. There's also some apps and things like that you can use on your smart devices, clothes, Mario plushies, all of this type of thing. So I thought it was quite sweet. I like the idea of kids being able to interact with Mario who are like far too young to even pick up a controller. I think it's quite sweet. But yeah, I assume it's going to be like a premium sort of toy for a lot of these kids who can, not look after their things. Like this Mario book, like the books in our house, Josh, they just get ripped to pieces.
I bet. I bet.
Yeah, like Layla at the moment, she like crawls over to our little bookshelf, got like a little kid's bookshelf. She picks out a book, she like crawls back over, like holding the book. She gives it to you, sits on your lap, like, oh, she wants to read a book. Isn't this nice? I can got to start them early so they can read and write. It's very important. So start reading the book, putting your best voice on. You're like, all right, this is the adventurer. And he's going, oh, no, she's trying to rip the page. And now she wants to get down and get another book. All right. Now she wants to, all right. No, she doesn't want me to read it at all. So, yeah, this, I could imagine that being kind of stressful when they're trying to rip up that, $30 Mario book.
Yeah, it's a lot more durable, this one. Yeah, I had Kieran Hopke on my show yesterday, and it's technically Amiibo, and he's got a complete Amiibo collection. And I asked him if he's going to get them, and it sounds like he will. So, the Amiibo cereal, that was a thing with Odyssey, Super Mario Odyssey. And so the Amiibo
it's true.
Hunters, collectors, they've got to pay up again for these wooden blocks. They're very cute, though. I do like these, and I think this is a great idea. And I'm kind of surprised Nintendo hasn't done something like this before.
Yeah. I think it's pretty important that they do this type of thing, too, because, like, just the idea of how Mario fits into my family's life. Like my son, he doesn't, like, he's, 3? Is it 3.5 yet? Yes, he is. He's 3.5. And like he still doesn't know how to use a controller. Like, I've given it to him a few times, and like on the
so soon.
Honestly, the console I actually let him play is actually the PS5, because there's a great feature on PS5 that allows you to use 2 controllers as one. So I can give him a DualSense, and we play a Paw Patrol game. I had that on PlayStation Plus. So I give him a like the Paw Patrol game, and he's like sort of don't really know what he's doing. But I'm there with the second controller.
You're guiding.
Yeah, and I just guide, or I touch up his thing, or he goes up against something he doesn't understand to press the X button to interact with it. So I just go, I just do that just to keep things going.
Yeah.
So that's great. Like I don't think there's any feature like that on Switch, and like
no, there isn't. No,
I think that's really important. So like for whatever reason, PlayStation's
really cool.
PlayStation's the more like infant friendly console at the moment, and I really apart from Paw Patrol and maybe Astro Bot, like I really don't have anything else to play with him over there. I'm like, do you want to play Persona 3 Reload, Lucas? Would you like to play that with Dad? Like, no, I don't really like. That's where a lot of my like single player, sort of I guess more mature games in some ways. Like if I'm playing Call of Duty, if I'm playing whatever have you, it's probably over there as opposed to Donkey Kong or a lot of stuff I play on Nintendo. So it's kind of a shame that I can't do it on Switch at the moment. But yeah, that's what I'm doing there. But anyway, that was a bit of a tangent. So he's not really at the age where where he can use like a controller or anything. So, but he loves Mario because of the Mario movie. So it's them just doing all these products outside of their games is good because like even a little baby can be like, I love Mario. I've got the toys, I've got the books, I've got the figures. I watched the movies, by the time the next one comes out next year. There's going to be a lot of Mario to go around that isn't like Mario Odyssey and all of this, like all of the games and all of that, all the stuff we love. And it reminds me of like when I was a kid as well. Like when I was a kid, I loved Pokemon. I had no idea Pokemon was a game franchise. I watched the anime. I had the VHSs. I had the books. Had all this stuff, but I didn't know what a Game Boy was when I was 5. Like I wasn't exposed to any video games. Like when I was like a real little kid, apart from just outside of like computer games, because we had computer games at school, we had computer games at home because we had a PC, but I had no idea about the video game side of things. But yeah, I loved Pokemon and a lot of these, I guess, franchises, and that's what Nintendo's really going for. Like obviously, like they're going for just being an entertainment company outside of just their games, which is a good thing. Like it doesn't interfere with the games themselves. So yeah, it's good stuff.
It is good stuff. Love it.
And last but not least, this was just something I thought was interesting, so I thought I'll just bring it up here, just let people know. If you're playing Pokemon Scarlet or Pokemon Violet, you can get a shiny Wochang. I think that's how you pronounce it. I got no idea. The legendary from that game. You can get it via mystery gift until the 30th of September. So when I saw this news story, I thought to myself, I should get that. And, no one else was talking about it, so no one brought it to my attention, so I thought I'd bring it to your attention, dear listener.
Why not?
In case you're not playing Pokemon like I am at the moment, but I should go in because I haven't even caught this thing in the game. So to get a free shiny one would be quite useful.
Take it. Take what you can.
Take it while I can. All right, Josh. You know what the time is, mate?
Oh, are we ready?
We're ready. It's time for the house brawl this week. And Josh, last week you lost the house brawl. You lost a game of air hockey and Mario Party Jamboree plus Jamboree TV. But this week we are playing the ultimate house brawl game, and that game is Mario Paint Gnat Atttack. We took a suggestion from Dolphin Pants, and yes, we are playing Gnat Atttack. So it's going to be pretty full on, Josh. And how much Gnat Atttack experience do you have? Because I honestly have none, apart from just like working out how to get into it when we started off.
Yeah, well, I played Mario Paint a couple of weeks ago on the day it did come out, and one of those things was Gnat Atttack. So I got to level 2. So I think I have a bit more experience than you, Drew, in this one, if you've never given it a go before. Awesome, man. Well, I guess like I've never given it a go because I didn't have it on Super Nintendo, and I also, whether it's emulation or whatever, like never had access to like the mouse or anything like that. So it was kind of inaccessible. So really cool that now we have like mice built into the Switch too. We can have access to it. So yeah, I'm pretty keen to give it a bit of a whirl, see how we go. But yes, I have no experience, and I had to Google like how do you get to Gnat Atttack, and I had to like look up like a let's play, like somebody going into it, because like Google didn't really have the answers either. But Josh, we worked it out. Yes.
So I guess how does this game work? So do we just do like the best score for the round, or like I assumed we'd do like a score based? Yeah, sorry, you go.
I think it's going to be timed based. So I think level 1, you got to hit 100 gnats or flies.
Oh,
and
okay.
I think if we start at the same time, whoever gets to level 2 first is the winner. I think that's how we best do it.
Okay. So, yeah. Is there like a counter in the side or anything like that? Does it display our times?
I think if we just start roughly at the same time and we just say when we're done, hopefully it's not too close.
All right. Let's see how it goes. So the music is fading.
Here we go. Good luck.
So do we just press on the coffee cup at the same time?
I think I've already gone into it, so you start. Oh, okay. Let me go back.
You get into the game, and yeah, so you're already in it. So just exit out to the screen.
I will get out of it completely. All right, here we go.
Sorry, you just press the ZR button. If it allows you to exit it.
Yeah, well, it was not working for me for some reason. So,
Gnat Attack.
I'm very good at this stuff. I know. All right. So, yeah, bear with me. Sorry, everyone. So, I'm now in Mario Paint.
It's all good. It's pretty cool how you can play this on Switch 1 with, like, just a USB mouse, too. I think that's a really nice touch that Nintendo don't usually do. They're usually like, no, you got to play it on Switch, too. Like, it sounds like a Nintendo thing to do. But I quite like how you can play it on Switch 1, too, which is quite nice. But, yeah. Do you see yourself doing any works of art or anything?
I am not the very creative type of person, so I need to be a bit more guided on it. So I'd love to do something, because I know you can do sort of like animations roughly with it. So I would like to try that out sometime. And the music in this game is great. Yeah, it's not just drawing.
Yeah. As
we'll see with the Gnat Attack. But Drew, I'm ready. I'm about to hover over the coffee cup as well.
Yep, so hover over the coffee cup. I'll count down 1, 2, 3, go. And on go, we'll press the coffee cup and we're off to the races. All right, Josh, are you ready?
I'm ready.
3, 2, 1, go. And we're off, ladies and gentlemen. We are off. Oh, God, I've got to get used to this mouse sensitivity. And where are these flies?
I know, right?
Oh.
Where are they? Ah! Oh, not good. Not a good start. No. Oh, my God.
Oh, no. Come here, you little bitch. Oh, you son of a gun.
Feels like the sensitivity's so off.
Yeah, it does, doesn't it? You got to, like, use your whole mouse pad. I don't know if the Super Nintendo mouse was like that or not.
Yeah, so we've got 100 of these, so hopefully we can do this in a somewhat quickish time. I'm at 89, Drew. Don't know what you're at. 88?
72.
Oh, you're flogging me. I feel like, because I'm playing through the TV, I'm not looking directly at my Switch. And it's not like a docked kind of scenario. It's a bit more slower. I'm doing excuses already, though, aren't I?
You meant to hit the bob-bombs? Oh, yeah, they're going to blow up if they...
Big ones, do you want to hit straight away?
Is that what they are? They look like bob-bombs.
They do a bit, don't they? Yeah, I am not doing well here. That's all right. Keep going, keep going.
You can do it, Josh.
You might sprain your arm or something. Might get a random crank or something. What are you at? 121 or something. Logging me.
I'm
no good at this.
I've got 10 left.
Oh my God. What is going on, Josh?
Done.
Well done. Good job.
Oh, no, I've got to get the big fly now. Sorry. It's like a boss. Oh, so you can get hit. All right. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. I wasn't expecting like
There you go, man.
A boss.
No, I forgot to mention the boss, so that was my bad.
Got 1 life left. Shit. All right.
I feel like I'm catching up, but I don't think I am.
Oh, how many lives does this goddamn boss have? Oh, no. I got game over.
Unless I can.
Oh, no.
Unless I can. What does that mean?
I don't know.
I think you won. I think we were saying first is 0, and that is what you did. I just got a game over too. So you have won. Well done.
Okay. I was like, oh my God. I didn't expect like a shoot 'em up at the end. All right. So I'm victorious this week. I've won. I've defeated Josh in smacking those flies. Thank you. Thank you. So I will...
Undocked is much better. I should have done that. That's all right. Anyway.
So what was your problem? You were just playing it through the capture, or what was going on?
Yeah, through the capture. I'm trying it normally now, and it's much better.
I did that.
My bad.
I did that for like a Mario Kart race, and it was not the... It was not the way to go.
Not the way to do it.
It's worth just hitting that button, swapping over to the actual display. Yeah. So I'll go back to my computer screen now. So it was a big fight, Josh, but we got there in the end.
Good job. Well done.
So I guess I'll actually have to be organised and get a punishment for you next week. But
yeah.
Also, this August, I've got 2 wins under my belt, Josh.
You're looking pretty good for August now.
So I got 2. I've got one where I can let it go. I just got to make sure I win one more, I guess. But even then, it'll be a draw even if you win the next 2, I guess. So then it will come down to... Man, get nervous just thinking about it. Man, yeah, that's fun. I enjoyed it. That was my first Gnat Attack experience. All right, so let's talk about what we've been playing, Josh. What have you been playing? I've been talking a lot about Drag X Drive, so I'd love to hear what you've been playing on your video game systems.
Yeah, able to get into DK Bonanza a bit more this week again, so that was really great. So getting further down below into the different sub layers. This game does totally get better the more you play. I'm having so much fun with the Zebra Bonanza at the moment. I think we had a bit of a, we couldn't play Friday Night Drag X Drive, but managed to play our own games in the meantime. So did a bit of Bonanza, and the Ice Cube challenges are really fun. So I was really enjoying, moving these ice cubes to either cool things down, or you got to fill up a basket to create the dessert kind of thing. And it's really fun and creative. So I just really have a lot of fun sort of getting lost in Bonanza. And the more I play, the more I'm loving it, which is really good. And then the other one I was able to put a bit of time into this week was as part of our monthly game, NSO. NSO, yeah, I remember that game, is The Legend of Zelda, A Link to the Past. So probably played about an hour of that. That's as deep as I've ever gotten into this game. It's been one of those games I've done the first 15 minutes and never really touched again. So having some really good fun with that. I want to keep playing. I kind of got hooked that night we played it for the first time, Drew, that Friday, and I played a bit more yesterday. And then, this week I'll be playing those 2 games, juggling those in between before a Drag and Drive comes out. So that's been me. So a bit more time this week, thankfully, and enjoyed it.
Awesome. Yeah, I can't wait to play some more Link's Awakening as well. We'll sort of sat down with while we sat down and we couldn't play Drag X Drive. We may as well start this. It's a good thing because I don't know if you're like me, but it's always hard to start something, even a game. So just getting it sort of started, and I know where I'm up to and all that. It's just that's sort of the push across the starting line I needed. So that was good. I haven't played it since that night, but we basically just went through the introductory dungeon, got out of Hyrule Castle and got out to Hyrule Field and all of that. But I'm looking forward to playing more. I'm playing on I'm actually not playing on my Switch 2. I'm playing on my Retroid Pocket.
Yes, that's right.
Retroid Pocket Classic. So it's a Android based Game Boy, and with an OLED screen and a square screen as well. That's why I really want to play it, because it's it's really easy to pick up and play, and all of that. Just gonna unzip it here. I really love this thing, dude. It's so good. So any excuse to play games on it, I'll take it. And like the OLED screen and having like smaller looks awesome with like the clicky D-pad and everything. Love it. So yeah, definitely looking forward to playing more on it because I've been playing on it a fair bit this week. So I'll get more into that. But anybody that wants to, join the fun, the Legend of Zelda: A Link to the Past, the game that came out in 1991. So it pre-ages us by 3 years.
A few years.
Yeah. So
3 years, yes.
So yeah, like a lot of these games, I don't feel that old. Like they've just been around forever. Like literally in our lifetime, they've been around forever. So it's just like it's cool to have an excuse to actually play it rather than just like dabble in it. Because like a lot of us just sort of dabble in like retro games that were before our time. But we've heard so much about it that we actually should experience it ourselves. And I've definitely got some backlog in the Zelda franchise that I'd like to eventually get to, and maybe we can do it as a part of this. It's just need that excuse, and we'll give it to ourselves by playing this. But yeah,
it's a pretty special one, A Link to the Past, just with the music and the setting, and I think it's like I don't know, it's like the NES games are rough, like and Metroid's included, and it's not until like really like the Super Nintendo versions of those series when they get their game where it really like this is like it really hits the home run. It's classic. The music, the tropes, all sort of stem from these games onwards. So it's really cool to sort of play it again and like it's so familiar without me actually having played it before. So it is a really cool thing to experience because all these other subsequent Zelda games have like taken the music and like all those great aspects of this game and applied it to future ones. So really great, and like to actually get this chance now, this excuse to play it and experience it this way.
Yeah, definitely. So yeah, like I said, anybody that wants to play along with us, or you just want to enjoy the vibes throughout the rest of August. And August is going to go so quick. Like we're already almost like halfway through it. Like it's kind of crazy.
Already third through.
Yeah. So I don't know. We'll get as far as we get, and no rush to like finish the whole game because we're sort of juggling it with.
We got to extend it, Drew. We got to extend it. That's fine.
Yeah, I feel like this is one where we'd be quite happy to extend it for.
Go for another month.
Yeah, absolutely. So yeah, looking forward to playing more of that on my little Retroid, and of course it's on Nintendo Switch Online, obviously as well. So go and play it on your Switch. But speaking of things I've been playing on my Retroid Pocket, I've been really enjoying some Pokemon on this thing. The first thing I wanted to play on my Retroid Pocket was Pokemon Yellow because I got the Pokemon, I guess, yellow inspired color of the Retroid Pocket Classic. It's very much colored after those, like the Game Boy Color, the Pokemon edition, like with the yellow front, the blue back, and it just like screams Pokemon to me. So I'm like, absolutely have to play Pokemon Yellow on it. And even to the point where I set it up to have like the Pokemon Yellow animated background as my like Android background. So it's like it's all themed after Pokemon Yellow, and I just want to dive into it. But I jumped into the game with actually a ROM hack that Smith Plays Pokemon, a YouTube channel. I think he made about a year or so ago. So the idea for the ROM hack was to basically iron out the harsh edges around Pokemon Yellow, and make it more, I guess, more of a fun experience to have in 2025. And that was just basically going through the Pokemon sprites and making them make more sense because a lot of them were pretty crude back in the original generation, as well as like some buffs to some Pokemon that weren't very useful, so you could like have more of a diverse team. Has a really actually quite an interesting post game that I'll talk about as well, and it has a female character, so you can play as the female character in the game, Green, which was cool. So I played as the female character. That was a kind of a different experience going through it. But apart from that, it's pretty much unchanged. Like it is just very much an authentic, version of Pokemon Yellow, but they just changed out some things. There's also a hard mode in this, which is pretty cool. So basically, the gym leaders and that had like harder teams, and I did feel it along the way, like a lot of trainers had like fully evolved Pokemon and things. Oh my god, like there's a few times I actually got wiped out. I got sent back because like during the battles you can't use items either, which was pretty cool. It's set to the set battle set, so you can't it doesn't tell you who's coming out next, and you can have a free swap. So yeah, I quite enjoyed playing on hard. It wasn't like super hard or anything like that. I wasn't playing like a Nuzlocke or whatever, but it was really cool. And I also played through the game with retro achievements on. So there's a site called retroachievements.org. If you play like Game Boy games or anything through RetroArch, which is a front end for like emulators, so it's anything from really old classic systems like Atari or NES or whatever, all the way up to I think technically GameCube, but you're better off not using, I guess, the Dolphin emulator and RetroArch. But anyway, it doesn't matter. You can set up an account so you can have retro achievements from retro games that you play through RetroArch. And I absolutely love this. Like, I love doing achievements. It just makes me sort of squeeze every ounce out of the game that I can. And Pokemon's all about collecting. It's all about collecting, whether it's badges, whether it's the Pokemon themselves. So the idea of like achievements in a Pokemon game, it's just like, I don't know, like the Americans would say, peanut butter and jelly, I don't know if that's a good combination. I've never had it in my life, but it's just such a good combination because like, basically the achievement list for Pokemon Yellow Legacy was beat the gym leaders. You get an achievement for every gym leader. You also get a second achievement for beating the gym leader on hard. So I was playing on hard, so I was getting the achievements for that. There's achievement for doing the Pokedex, beating the gym leaders for a rematch, which is like a part of the post game. And then there was one for like, I was reading it and it was saying like, beat Professor Oak. I'm like, what does that mean? Like beat Professor Oak. So like a part of that, the end game was basically you could verse Professor Oak. And for those that have like looked into, Pokemon Red, Blue and Yellow, there's like unused code for a battle with Professor Oak. So they basically implemented that into the game. And then there's a second,
Cool.
there's a second battle with Professor Oak in the, like the Pokemon Mansion, where the book for Mew is. So you talk to him. Once you've completed the Pokedex, you can have a second battle with Professor Oak. He has all 3 legendary birds, and when you beat him, you can go and catch Mew. And I thought that was just a really cool thing to implement into the game.
That's
like,
cool.
It didn't go overboard. It wasn't like some weird fan fiction or whatever, but it was just like really authentically adding on to what Pokemon Yellow was. So yeah, I really enjoyed it. I went through with a quite different team to what I usually use. I used Pikachu, which I quite often use when I play Pokemon Yellow, but I wanted that little mouse on my team. But I used like Nidoqueen, and then like some like trade evolutions as well, which I don't usually use. Like if I'm usually playing, I don't use Alakazam, but in this game, the evolution was just set to like a particular level. It was level 42. That Kadabra evolves into Alakazam. So I use that Alakazam and a few trade evolutions that I don't usually get access to. So that was nice as well. Just a really different experience. But I almost fucked this game up for myself, Josh. I really did.
What did you do?
So towards the end, I'm like, all right, I wanted to do the Pokedex. So I had to evolve like the Kanto starters and a few different Pokemon. And I'm like, tell you what, I'm just going to put some rare candies into the game, so I don't have to like just sit here and just, grind them up.
Yeah.
So I put some rare candies into the game, and it says like, turn it off afterwards, otherwise you can run the problems. And I thought I turned it off, but I don't know, maybe I didn't. So how this cheat works in with the Game Shark code or whatever is that it basically takes the first slot of your item bag. So it took whatever item it was. It was no big deal. It was just like a whatever normal item. But then these rare candies, they started just like another set of 99 rare candies popped up. I'm like, oh. But another set of 99 rare candies popped up. And these are like basically wiping key items from my bag.
Oh.
So I needed to catch a Poliwhirl? Poliwag? I needed the Poliwag. So I had my fishing rods. I had my good rod and my super rod. And I'm like, I can't find my super rod. So the rare candies ate my super rod. I'm like, all right. So I don't have a fishing rod, so I can't get a Poliwag. So I'm trying to do the Pokedex. I'm like, what am I going to do here? And then they're like, all right, I'll forget about it for a minute. I'll try and get Porygon. So Porygon, you could only get at the game. What's it called? was going to say the game casino. It's not called the game casino. The game. What's it called in Pokemon? Game. Anyway, the casino. I'm going to the casino.
Oh, the Games Tower? The Game Tower? No.
No, I don't know. It's what from my...
In Goldenrod City?
Yes.
No.
It's kind of annoying me, but I
That's
forgot
Johto.
that. Yeah, Goldenrod, Celadon City. Anyway, at the casino, so you need the poker coins to actually just buy Porygon. And so I go and get some coins, and it says I don't have a coin bag. I'm like, oh, so it's eaten my coin bag as well. Like my coin bag's gone. So this cheat just like wiped out like some very important key items. So
Game Corner.
Game Corner, yes, thank you. My options were like, all right, go back to a save state before I did the rare candy cheat. So I had to look back at my save states. It was back too far. I could not be bothered doing that. So it kind of reminded me of like a situation in real life where, like, for example, Josh, if I said to you like, oh yeah, I'm not going to the party, and then like I end up going to the party and someone posts a picture on social media, and you're like, hey Drew, I saw you went to that party. I can't do anything about that. So I've just got to keep lying to you, Josh. I've got to be like, oh yeah, I went to the party, but I just had to like go and pick up Mike's shoes because Mike left his shoes there, and I was pretty much at the shops anyway. So you just keep on lying, and it snowballs and snowballs. So that's what happened to me in Pokemon Yellow. I was like, all right, I cheated with the rare candies. So, but I still need a few Pokemon for this Pokedex. The option is just cut it off here, and that's it. But, I wanted to see the post game. I wanted to see, just get the achievements ticked off. So I'm all right.
For sure.
All right. So, I've got to keep cheating. I've got to put in, so I found codes for specific Pokemon. So like Poliwag, Porygon, Eevee. There's a few Pokemon that I still needed. So I just kept putting those codes in. I had most of them already, but there were just like, once, my fishing rod went into the ether, so I couldn't get Poliwag, and I couldn't get Porygon. So like those were the main two that I needed. But so that's what happened. I had to put in a few more codes, and I still I got the Pokemon. I trained it up. I did it like legitimately enough after that. But yeah, I had to cheat a little bit more than I thought I would, rather than just like the rare candies for the level ups. I needed a few extras as it went on. But yeah. After that, went on, got all the achievements, which was a lot of fun. So yeah,
that's good.
I'm going to move on to probably Pokemon Crystal Legacy. So they've made 2 more ROM hacks. They made one for Pokemon Crystal, and they also made one for Pokemon Emerald as well. So I'll probably play those 2 extras. And my idea is to play through some of those. And just before, I guess, Pokemon ZA comes out, I want to replay Pokemon X and Y, because I haven't played those games in 12 years, when they came out.
Wow. So yeah, I'm the same. Yeah, I've never touched those since they've come out. After like the initial playthrough I did, I just haven't experienced Kalos again, which is pretty crazy.
Yeah, I played through it twice, like when it just came out. Like I basically jumped straight back into another playthrough after I've beat Pokemon X. I jumped into my copy of Pokemon Y and I played through it. But yeah, I haven't played it since, and I haven't really played much of the post game because there isn't any post game in those games. It's very bare bones as far as like post game content, which is a large reason why I was pretty disappointed by those. But the actual playthrough of the actual like storyline, I think it was pretty fun. So yeah, I'm looking forward to jumping back into playing some of that. But yeah, it was definitely fun playing a classic Pokemon. I definitely want to play some more. I beat it in like 2 days, like 2 real days. I had like the speed up feature, so on my Retroid Pocket, I've got it set to R2. It 10 times my speed, so I can get through battles pretty quickly. And I think in like real time, because it actually tells me when I finish the game, it actually like I beat the champion, I beat Gary. It pops up on my screen saying you played 13 and a half hours, and it submits it to the leaderboard. I'm like, that's very clever. Like I thought that was really cool. But in game time, it was like in my Pokemon Yellow clock, it said about 60 hours. So there's a lot of time just like probably bumping into walls and like not being able to steer properly because I'm like going fucking 10 times speed. So yes, I really enjoyed that.
Funny.
It was a really cool way to play it. I love playing these old systems on like authentic hardware as well. Well, not authentic hardware, but authentic feeling hardware. We're having a conversation
as authentic as possible.
Yeah, there was like a conversation in the Discord. I think some other people were playing some Pokemon ROM hacks. I think it might have even been Crystal Legacy. I think Delphino Durians was playing, and Dave actually popped up saying, "Hey, look, I've never played one of these just because like it just feels so wrong." Like he mentioned sitting at the PC and playing it. Like 100%, if you're sitting at the PC playing Pokemon Yellow on your keyboard, it's gonna feel like so wrong. But
it's different. Yeah, correct.
Yeah, but if you can get yourself like even like a cheap one, like I've got a system here. It's called the Trim UI Brick. It's about $80 Australian. Like, and it's like a really nice feeling small handheld go into your pocket. But like having like one of these, whether it's a cheaper retro handheld like that or this one's a bit more expensive. This was 120 US, but it comes with Android, and I use it as like a music player, and I like put Netflix and everything on it. Like it can do like pretty much anything an Android phone can do, apart from like phone calls or whatever. But so I use it for a fair bit outside of that as well. But it just makes the experience just feel that much more authentic to what you're playing. So yeah, definitely if you want to get into more of this like ROM hack scene, because there is such good work, whether it's like completely original games or just your old favorites, just the true blue classic experience. Definitely look into one of these things. It's just so much fun. I'm having a blast playing with my little doodads. Speaking of which,
it's pretty cool. Yeah,
yeah,
nice. It's just so much like in the world of Pokemon, like the fan community and all these ROM hacks just sort of really make and add to it, don't they? So the whole realm of Pokemon I've never experienced before, but yeah, it sounds like again you fix at least through that with what Nintendo and Pokemon Company can't do in terms of offering.
Yeah, and don't get me wrong, like I'm looking forward to ZA, but I definitely look at like just even just the art style of what Pokemon is now. I'm like it doesn't do it for me, and I just understand that I'm a 31-year-old man, and I'm old at this point. It's a series.
You like the good old days, like how it was before, Drew, didn't you?
Yeah, I did.
Nothing wrong with that.
I mean, truth is, I would probably prefer Pokemon if it was just, or Pokemon today, if I just felt like it sort of evolved with the times in some ways. But that's a conversation for another day. I won't dive into that. But I guess speaking of just like retro stuff that I'm having a lot of fun with, I noticed that at what's it called, Summer Games Fest, like 2 months ago. A game that I'm looking forward to actually got a fair bit of information that I seem to have missed. So I went down a bit of a rabbit hole looking at, it's a Digimon game. It's called Digimon Time Stranger. So this got announced at a PlayStation State of Play early in the year. So it's a brand new Digimon RPG. It's coming after Cyber Sleuth, it was a PlayStation Vita game, came out in 2017, and it got ported to Switch and PS4 and stuff in the meantime. Came to Switch in 2019. And it's been a game that I've played a little bit of. I haven't finished it, but I quite enjoyed it. It's like it's a Digimon RPG, quite nice graphics, all of that, pretty cool story. So this game's been in development for a long time, finally coming out October 3rd this year. And they got a bunch more information and the game looks great. So I'm really looking forward to it. Probably one of my most anticipated games outside of just like the lineup Nintendo's got coming to Switch 2. Unfortunately, the game isn't coming to Switch 2, which really sucks. It's coming to everything but Nintendo platforms, which, it sucks because I want that game on handheld. So might have to be a Steam Deck if it runs that well. But it made me go down a Digimon diatribe and just like looking at different videos and things. And I've got a massive soft spot and nostalgia for the Digimon Tamagotchis. That is, when I really think about it, that is how I got into little electronic knickknacks back in 2003 when I, bought my little Digimon Tamagotchi. And it was what ultimately led to like me getting a Game Boy, becoming a gamer. And it's probably why even as an adult now, like I love like my little retro gaming handhelds. I love like, the Switch and the Switch 2 and modifying my Switch Lite. I think it honestly all comes from just really enjoying these Digimon Tamagotchis. So I was looking at these channels of like, grown men playing with their Tamagotchis. I'm like, I love this. I love this vibe. And it's not the first time I've gone down this rabbit hole. I went down it like multiple times, like 4 years ago, 5 years ago, whatever. And was it 2019? There was the 20th year of the Digimon Tamagotchi. And I bought one as like a bit of a nostalgia thing back in the day, because I got a massive soft spot for Digimon. And so I bought one. It was like $40, relatively expensive for, just an ancient piece of technology. But it was pretty cool because like all of the Digimon that were on like each version, they were all compacted onto this 20th anniversary. So it was kind of like if I had that little toy as a kid, I would have just been so excited, like having that many access to that many Digimon. But then they also had like a sale. They were clearing them out for $10. So I've got literally 6 of them, which have been in the box for all those years. So I'm going down like this rabbit hole on YouTube. I'm like, they're playing with the Tamagotchis. I'm like, I should play with one. Like I had one out of the box. It had a flat battery, so I ended up taking another one out of the box. I got this orange one out of the box. And I started it up, and I've had it with me all day. I've been feeding my Digimon. I've been playing with them, all of that. I'm having a blast. It's just so nostalgic for me just to have this on me. But it's also like nice to get this out, give it a bit of a feed, train him up, do a battle instead of getting my phone out and scrolling social media or something like that. It's a nice, it's like almost like a little fidget toy, really. Like for me, just go and do it. But it's cool on this one because you can have 2 Digimon at once. Back in the day, back when I was a little boy, you could only have one. But this one's pretty cool. I've got Agumon and Gabumon, basically the 2 main Digimon. So I've got like the perfect rookie evolution. I think having a look. No, he hasn't. I'm sort of waiting for my Agumon to digivolve into champion, but has not. I'm looking at him now. They're asleep.
What's it called? Sorry, what's the name of it?
So there's Agumon. He's like the main orange Digimon you might have seen in the anime.
Yes. Sorry. Yep.
And then Gabumon is like the little wolf, and he evolves into like Garudamon, who's like a big wolf. And so I got those 2. They're both sleeping next to their shit at the moment. I didn't clean it up, and I can't clean it up when they're asleep. That's a shame. I better put them to bed though. So I got to put them to bed. Put the little sleep. Put the little blankies on them. Beautiful. Yeah, they're sleeping.
Beautiful. How good.
Yeah, but it's amazing how hardcore the Digimon community is. Like, there's I was looking up at just going from video to video, and actually coming across like a handful of Australian creators doing Digimon content, like pure Digimon content about like the trading card game is massive at the moment. There's obviously like a very, I don't know, it must be like such a niche with the Digimon Tamagotchis. Must be like 30-year-olds like myself, but like I remember those days. And like there's like color ones coming out with like color screens and things, and you can pre-order them at EB Games. I'm like, do I do it? They're very expensive because like literally this one I got here, I got it on clearance for $10 in 2020 or whatever. These new ones are like $120 because they got a color screen. So do I do it?
Oh God, yeah, didn't realize how big it is.
Yeah, because like in Japan, you can get them exclusively through Bandai Premium, which is like just through their website, you pre-order it, and then if you miss that, you're basically you're buggered pretty much. You're off to just scalper prices.
It's gonna cost too much. Yeah.
So it seems like they're getting like the English releases. So like the ones I got here, they were English release of the 20th anniversary back in 2019. But it seems like I think the color versions of the Tamagotchi, they came out 2023 in Japan. So it's been a couple of years, but it seems like they're getting the English release. I can't find anything on the English release for them apart from just seeing them on EB Games. Like I Google English release for Digimon Tamagotchi color and just nothing pops up, and none of these YouTubers are talking like about a color version. So I don't know, but it was an interesting rabbit hole to go down. It's very nostalgic for me to have this little Tamagotchi, but I also love like the repertoire of handhelds that I have. I have everything from like a little Tamagotchi all the way up to like Switch 2 and Steam Deck. I'm just sort of like looking at my handheld collection. I don't want any device that has the same use and that largely comes down to power and size. Like the Steam Deck and Switch 2, very powerful, very big consoles. So I don't want too many big consoles because I typically find myself less drawn to like the bigger handhelds. But like I like the form factor of like, for example, this Retroid Pocket Classic, pretty small, easy to pick up. But then again, I've got this Trim UI Brick, which is smaller again, and it's cheaper, so I don't really care about chucking it in my pocket or whatever. So yeah, I'm sort of just filling in like these handheld devices. It's a hobby in itself. I'm really enjoying it. Tinkering it, making it personal to myself, filling them with games, like absolutely filling these things with games. Like I've got a 2 terabyte SD card in my Retroid Pocket 5, and it's got like basically everything I could possibly want on it, from NES to Wii, from Nintendo on it. Like it's crazy. And like I've got like a sensor bar. I can just plug it into the TV. So plug it into a sensor bar, and I'm just playing Wii games on the TV. I don't really play it on there, but yeah, it's good fun. So yeah,
Possible. Sounds good. Yeah, cool.
So yeah, if I'm still playing with the Digimon Tamagotchi, like come when the colors come out, I'll get a color. I reckon I'll get a color Tamagotchi. They've got a brand new Tamagotchi coming out, color Tamagotchi. It's actually called a Digimon Pendulum. So it's a little bit different. You shake it to interact with like the battles and things. And they've got a color version of that, but it's a brand new one, brand new Digimon on it, brand new. There's a new digital world, Josh. So it's like I guess it's like the equivalent of like a new Pokemon region to go to, you know, new Pokemon, new characters, all that type of thing. Yeah, new Digiworld. It's the 3rd Digiworld according to the people I was watching. And it's based on...
I didn't know there was even a second. There you go.
Yeah,
and that was the 3rd.
I didn't know either. I didn't know there was a second, but it's based on like ancient mythology. There's like an island which is based on Chinese mythology, and then like the mainland's Chinese mythology. I'm like, that's pretty cool. So depending on what version you get, the Digimon are themed on the different mythologies. So I might follow it because what I really like about Digimon is I know nothing about it. Whereas like Pokemon, I'm like, I know most of it. Like I'm pretty bad on the names for the new Pokemon, but I understand like, you know, I've mastered the type chart. You know, I know fire's weak against ground, for example. Look at that. Yep. I'll earthquake them to death straight away. But Digimon, I got no idea. Like there's like a type. There's like 3 different types, which is like a rock, paper, scissors mechanic. But then there's like subtypes as well, which I don't know how they interact. I got no idea, but I'll find out. I guess I'll learn it when I play like the actual RPG October. But yeah, that's been my retro sort of nostalgic rabbit hole I've been going down. I've been playing Pokemon Yellow. I've been playing with my Digimon Tamagotchi. I've been acting like it's 1999, and I'm having a great time. And have I played much Donkey Kong over the last couple of weeks? No, I haven't. I need to get back to that. I got sick.
Get back to it.
I didn't play any games, and then I kind of forgot about it, to be honest. I've been playing Drag X Drive. I've been dragging, I've been driving, I've been Pokemon, and I've been Digimon, and I've been having a good old time.
But yeah, that's all right. Whatever follows your interest, and go with that. Never feel like you have to force yourself to go back to something if you're not feeling it.
Now, Josh, did you ever get into Digimon Tamagotchis?
No. Not one or the other. Like, I knew Digimon was a thing on TV, like Cheese TV, but it was always like Pokemon for me first. And I only had room for one mon in my life, and it was Pokemon. So yeah, it never really got into Digimon, or never got into Digimon at all.
God, I love Digimon. I loved it so much. And then like we were obsessed with Digimon. We'd have our Digimon Tamagotchis at school. That's actually how I met Bryce. I met Bryce at school because like I saw that he had a Tamagotchi, so we got together and had a battle. And then we friends ever since. But I remember like being obsessed with Digimon Tamagotchis, and then that's when Pokemon Ruby and Sapphire came out. We my friend group got that for Christmas. Then it was all Pokemon ever since. Sort of took us over. But I downloaded the original Pokemon, the original Digimon anime, and I put it on my Retroid Pocket. So I'm gonna watch it through on that. I love watching old cartoons and that on my Retroid Pocket, that aren't widescreen. They just fit the square screen so well. It's just so, I don't know, there's something so nostalgic. It just floats my boat something fierce, Josh. I love it. All right.
I can tell. I can tell.
Let's end the show by going to the mailbox and seeing what's going on in the Homestead Discord. So we've got one question this week, just from Dolphin Pants. So thank you very much, Dolphin Pants. Really appreciate it. And Dolphin Pants says, Drag X Drive shows off the power of using the Joy-Con mouse. What is your pitch for a game that utilizes Joy-Con mouse mode? I would love some point-and-click games like Monkey Island ported and utilizing the mouse mode. And this is something that I guess, something on the tip of our tongue, just as far as like games we want to see use the mouse, because a lot of console games don't have access to a mouse straight away. I think on PS4 and 5 and all that, specific games can work with a mouse if they support it, but it's not like a wide known thing necessarily. I don't know how many people are using mice on their consoles. It just makes me laugh because it reminds me of my brother-in-law. I remember seeing his desk and it had like a monitor, a PlayStation 4, and then like a mouse and keyboard plugged into it. I'm like, what the hell is going on here? Like, it looked like such a weird setup. just seeing a mouse plugged into a PlayStation, it just looks so foreign. But he pretty much just played Fortnite, so it was set up just as his little Fortnite corner. So yeah, that's just what I think of when I think of mouse support. But now it's actually baked into the system. I think like Mario Paint, that would have been like one at the tip of the tongue, like before the other week when they ported it over and brought it to Nintendo Switch Online. But I think just any genre that really needs it. Like I think what we saw with Civilization 6 at Switch launch with the Switch 2 edition, that's a game that I've never really been interested in, but just with all the Switch 2 hype, I really did want to play it. Like I don't even know if I would enjoy it, and that's ultimately why I didn't get it, because it's a very expensive game. It's like $100, so I didn't want to take the chance on it. But yeah, stuff like that is just perfect. Like even in tabletop mode, put down the Switch 2, Joy-Con off, just straight away, just into it, clicking around. That's all great. I think just like first-person shooters as well. I hope it is an option for Call of Duty when it comes to Switch 2. Borderlands 4, I think it'd be great just to have that. Like all of these first-person shooters be really good to have. But there's a mouse game, an indie mouse game that's actually coming out, and they started developing it. I think when when the rumors for a Switch 2 mouse was, what's it called? MouseWorks. That's it, MouseWorks. Didn't even have to look it up. Look at that. Yeah, so that's just it's kind of like not really a WarioWare, but it's just a bunch of different sort of uses for the mouse controls. So I'm looking forward to stuff like WarioWare, stuff you can just jump in and out of, things like that. But something like Drag and Drive as well. I'm trying to think of something like where it is like really unique like that. I'm not creative enough to really think on that level where it's like, well, imagine these is like pushing the wheels on your wheelchair and all this. I'm not that creative, but yeah, I definitely just want to see like more stuff that's just friendly on PC, just to come over to Switch 2 and hopefully work well on that. But any sort of desires you want to use for the mouse controls, Josh?
The big one for me is because I got to play a bit of Metroid Prime 4 with the mouse mode. So because I enjoyed Metroid Prime Remastered so much on the Switch when they did the dual stick controls for that, and they rejigged it. I thought this is perfect. I was playing through this game this is the way I want to play it. Dual stick controls just make so much of an extra difference with that game. Because if you played the GameCube original, it was a bit clunky. Doing the extra holding the L trigger in as you wanted to look up and around, and then motion controls are cool with the pointer. That's but sometimes you just don't want to do that. So I want to know and play more with the mouse mode to see if that's something that is this the next evolution of it, or just a different way to do it that I enjoy just as much maybe as those dual stick controls. So didn't get enough of a chance to play through it at the Switch 2 experience to know that for sure. But the fact you could just switch easily between the mouse mode and then just if I've had enough of that, just switch it, flip the Joy-Con to its side again, and away you go. I think that's pretty cool. So I love that, and I want them to think about ways they can implement that to other Nintendo games. Like you don't have to be set into one choice for the controls the entire time. If you can switch it, you get tired of doing it, or it's just easier to do the other way. Just to have that option's really, really great. So, I think that's a big one for me. Yeah, and I just like Pikmin would be like that would be so great with the mouse controls. And so I'll like even if it didn't have to be a mainline game, I think they could do Danduri battles, any sort of other modes or spin-offs they wanted to do with the mouse control like that. I think that'd be an absolute slam dunk. So yeah, that's the kind of stuff I'm looking for and hoping to see with the mouse controls come these future games on the Switch too.
Yeah, because especially like with like Pikmin, like you said, like just those pointer controls be fantastic. So you think back to stuff on Wii and everything, just be a lot of fun. Mike in the Discord too, he mentioned like he replied and he mentioned that like Elite Beat Agents remaster. I don't know if you played Elite Beat Agents on the Nintendo DS, a rhythm game where like you're tapping the circles along to the beat, and like there's a bunch of like
know of it but never played it.
Yeah, I loved it. It was so much fun. Like just like like rhythm game stuff, like maybe how you're interacting maybe on the touch screen of the Switch in handheld mode, you can play it like that, but on the TV you can play it with the mouse controls. I don't know how well that would translate necessarily. Obviously probably touching it would be a lot easier, so you can get better high scores and things, so it might not be the best way to translate it, but yeah, certainly I'd love to see some more rhythm games. And just an off note, Elite Beat Agents, hell yeah, bring that back. I loved that game. That was a wicked game. I need to play that on my Retroid Pocket, I think. That's a good option there. But
yeah.
Oh man. I was also thinking like Nintendo, because I was looking through a few games just on the Nintendo Music app, just trying to work out what we're going to play on the credits out. And I saw Nintendo, because I'm like, I would like to pat a dog with the mouse controls. Why not?
Why not?
Feel like the haptic feedback of the fur just as you're patting it. Yeah, I don't know, Josh.
You could have some fun with that.
That's a lot of fun with that. Get rid of
I hear that music actually. You got me in the mood for Nintendo's music now.
Yeah, it's a good little tune. Let me just make sure we've got the right intro.
Right.
Yeah, oh, there we go. No, she's right. So there was like a couple of weeks ago where it wasn't synced up to the Roadcaster. Oh god damn it! So I pressed play and it just came through my phone. And I just had to roll with it. So it was good to have that little sound check.
Just go with it. Yeah.
But Josh, we've been recording for a couple of hours. That brings us to the end of the show. Really appreciate your time. Had a lot of fun with you here tonight. I did a lot of talking. I really do appreciate that. I just had a lot to talk about Drag X Drive and my Digimon and Pokemon adventures over the last week. Sorry, I just had a lot to get off my chest.
No, you're all good.
It's like I haven't talked to anyone throughout the rest of the week. I have to get it all out now.
No, you're all good, man. It was good. I had a good time.
Yeah, me too. And look forward to your punishment next week, I guess. It's going to be a fun punishment, though.
Well, better be. Come on. Yeah, look after me.
What Nintendo voice will you have to do next week?
Oh.
You have to do Princess Peach as she, make a sound as when Princess Peach gets like, as she falls off of the castle or something. What sound does she make?
Oh, that's nice.
No.
All these voice impressions are going to be learning and developing and being on my way to being a voice actor in the next Mario game or something at this rate. I'll be well trained by the time it happens.
You'll know like it's coming. So you're like, all right, I'm going to really nail it next week. So you practice throughout the week and I set you up something and you absolutely nail it. I'm like, that was great. And then you get a couple of emails. So I'm like, hey, look, we're interested in working with you, Josh. That wasn't too bad.
Charles Martinez, like, you were great. I'm going to refer you to my friend Shiggy and we'll go from there.
Yeah, just pick up the phone. It's like from a random number coming from Japan. Like, I'll pick it up. Why not? What's the worst that could happen? And you're like,
great.
Hello, this is Josh. And then you just hear on the other side, hello, Josh. This is Shigeru Miyamoto. I was listening to you on the House of Mario, and my gosh, very impressive work there, son. Very impressive. Would you like to voice Mario? And you're like, yeah. And then I'll never hear from you again because you live in a different country. Time zones are fucked. And
that's right. I'd have to leave. Yeah, and that'd be the end. But, I'd thank you for it, Drew. I would always remember to thank you because you were the one who trained me up and made it happen.
Well, I'm glad you appreciate me. But hope you
Yeah,
appreciate me throughout the week. Because Josh, this episode's over. Everybody, thank you very much. We do appreciate you. We're gonna leave you with some Nintendogs music as we shut the doors here at the House of Mario. We're having a bloody good time. But until next week, the doors to the House of Mario, they're closed. Catch you later. The House of Mario, a Nintendo podcast, is proudly recorded in South Australia. It's hosted and produced by me, Drew Agnew, alongside my co-host, Josh, or JT if you like. Be sure to check out youtube.com/iDrewby, where I share all of my other content and stream the House of Mario live every Monday night at 8:30 p.m. Australian Central Standard Time. Join the Homestead Discord to be a part of our growing community, chat with fellow Nintendo fans, and get involved with the show through our mailbox channel. And don't miss JT's fortnightly Nintendo podcast, Nintendo Maniacs. Each episode features a brand new guest, and if you love the House of Mario, you'll feel right at home there too.